Hey, what's up, Aquamigos? How are you guys doing today? If you're new here, my name is Tobias, and today I'm finally ready to get back to the pond build. I just got back from Ace Hardware. I picked up some PVC fittings that I needed, and I hope you guys can hear me okay because it's pretty windy out here. I think it was in my last video where we got the pump connected up to the filtration system, and I ran into the problem where the pump was too fast for the filtration system. I couldn't slow it down anymore, so I was asking you guys for suggestions, and a lot of you guys said I should put a ball valve on the output of the pump so I could kind of regulate the flow a little bit. So that's what we're gonna get started with. Our rosy red minnow made its way in here, so I'm gonna try to catch him first before I continue. Oh, got him, nice. All right, I'm gonna put him in the pond. Whoop, there we go, got him, sweet. All right, so anyways, the idea is I'm going to install that T right there and attach this ball valve in front of that T, and then hopefully, oh, I just dropped the ball valve in the water, but hopefully I could just open that ball valve a little bit and that'll divert some of the flow and relieve some of the pressure from the pipes. And hopefully that'll help prevent my trash can filters from overflowing. All right, guys, I'm just gonna roughly estimate the size of the piece that I need to stick these two pipes together. So right here, doesn't have to be like super exact, just kind of like big enough. All right, guys, almost done. Dang, did I do it too long? Oh my gosh. I might need to cut it a little bit. Well, let's see. It might be okay. So I know this may look funny, but I have a cut on my finger right here, but I'm going to wear a rubber glove because I don't want to get that hand wet. So, all right, yeah, I just don't want to get that finger in the pond water. So hopefully I can keep it dry. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get this. Got to get the pump off. Should be easy. Yeah, there we go. That was very easy. Then let's see if we can get this one on. Awesome, awesome. I could even have it pointed down, well, or just like that. Oh, water's getting in the glove. Water's getting in the glove. Oh, nice. Fingers stayed dry. Perfect. Excellent. And then just have this hooked up right there. So the only bad part about this is really limiting the amount of mechanical filtration. Like I'm only gonna be able to have like maybe one pad of like filter media right there. I was hoping to have a lot more room in here for biological filtration, mechanical filtration, but it is what it is. So I need to cut another small piece of 2-inch pipe, probably just, you know, like this much, I'm just guessing. And this will be to get the pump connected to that T-fitting. All right, so I'm just gonna connect this to the pump and then plug that into the T-fitting. And I'm not gluing any of these pipes together, just because this doesn't need to be watertight. The whole thing's underwater, so yeah, this should be totally fine. So hopefully this gives you kind of a better idea of what we got going on in there. And in case you haven't seen it yet, the pipe comes out on the other side of this bin, goes underground, and comes up over here. And in this trash can right here, there's something else that I have to do. So this is what it's like right now. And what I need to do is I need to make a down stem for this pipe right here to go to the bottom of this trash can, like through this mesh. I'm hoping I can make that happen. I just need to get kind of like a rough measurement of how deep it needs to be. It doesn't have to go like all the way down, but like, let's see. Yeah. So now pretty much what I need to do is I need to make a hole in that white egg crate stuff. I think it's called plascolite or whatever this stuff's called. I need to make a hole in that for the pipe to go through. So I'm just gonna kind of mark with a Sharpie where I'm going to cut a hole out. I mean, I have a little bit of wiggle room, but I want to try to get it as close as I can. All right, let's see how that is. So you can kind of see the outline that I just made right there, and I'm going to cut it out with these wire cutters right here. And now I'm gonna try to get the pipe down there. So this is in all the way. So connect this up here. All right, I think we got it. Yeah, I think that's it. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to do. So as you can see, we got that 2-inch pipe going down past this barrier, and that will ensure that our water from the pond goes straight into that empty void below. And then on top of this barrier right here, we're going to have all the biomedia. Now, what I would really like to do is I have a big 3-inch pipe back here. I want to try to do another practice run, kind of like how we did in the last video. But this time we'll be able to see how it is with that ball valve that we installed in the first stage of mechanical filtration, like to the pump. All right, here we go. So let's see. Okay. Okay guys, so basically I just dry fit these pipes together just so we can get a pipe going into the pond from the last trash can filter. I did this in my last video also just to see, you know, I just want to kind of test the flow of the pump with that ball valve, which we are now able to adjust, and see if everything's working, and also we'll get to see if we have any leaks anywhere. All right, so this is the cable right here for my variable speed pump. So hopefully the connectors are all okay. I could see that they're a bit dirty, but I'm gonna go ahead and connect it up to the controller. Hopefully it still works. And then I just need to plug it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it into this extension cord right here. Okay, it's powering up right now. All right, check this out, guys. All right, check this out. This is gonna be really interesting. I'll give you a closer look in a second, but you should see the water moving in here. So actually I'm gonna have to move this over here, and I'm gonna open this, and then I need to open this valve because right now I only have the valve open for the skimmer. The reason I had this one closed is because I realized that when this thing is open, this handle sticks super far up. The problem with that is one day, I don't know who it was. It could have been our gardeners. It could have been a wild animal came by and bent this. So it's really hard to move now. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I can't even tell if it's open. It's not even open all the way. Oh man, this is gonna be a pain. There we go. All right, so the bottom drain is now open. Let's see if we even have any water coming in. All right, we don't. As you can see, we have the pump on the 60-watt setting, which is the lowest setting. And then over here, this is that water movement that I was talking about. It means that that ball valve is open too much. So I need to close that a bit because as you can see, we're getting no water into the first trash can. So I need to go ahead and close that valve a bit. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just close it all the way. And then at the end, we'll open it slightly just to make sure that, you know, none of these are overflowing. All right. So right now you might have heard that water immediately started gushing into the first trash can filter. It's already starting to fill pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and just open these other trash cans just so we can see. Oh shoot, I didn't realize I had all these pieces in here. All right, so already I realize I need to start closing that valve a little bit, or sorry, opening it. I need to start opening the valve. So let's go ahead and do that a little bit. So I opened it a bit, let's see if that helps. Oh, you know what, I'm still missing some of the internal parts for some of these filters. But yeah, just opening that valve a little bit looked like it really helped. I can go ahead and open it more if I need to. The water smells really bad just because it's pretty much been stagnant. We do have a bit of a leak here on the first trash can. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to use silicone and just go around those uniseals. And then, all right, everything looks good over here. No leaks yet, at least. Just have to wait and see. This trash can is filling up now. Depending how this one does, that'll kind of dictate whether we gotta open that valve a little more. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to open it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to open it just a little bit more. Oh, is it open all the way? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Whoops. All right, cool, guys. We got water coming out into the pond now. Actually, it looks like this is working. We don't have any overflow anywhere. I still need to reinstall the internals for this filter, and then I need to make a new one for that filter. But yeah, everything's flowing just as I wanted it to. And unfortunately, it looks like pretty much all the uniseals, well, almost all the uniseals are leaking. We got a leak there. I think we have 2 leaks here, 1 leak there. I don't know about the other side. Let's take a look. Is this one leaking? It looks like it might be. It's kind of hard to tell. There's a wet spot at the bottom. So anyways, I'm probably just gonna silicone those up and then hopefully that'll be okay. So it looks like everything's working according to plan. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn off the pump. How do I turn this off? Oh, no, not like that. I guess I just need to unplug it. All right, cool. There we go. Pump is off. These trash cans are just gonna empty and I can put this stuff away for now and we can continue with the next part of the build, which is making those return pipes. So this is what I was talking about right here for the knife valve for the settlement tank pipe, the 4-inch pipe for the bottom drain. As you can see, it's like completely crooked and it makes it really difficult to push up and down. Replacing that would be a super big pain. Plus this piece is like kind of expensive. That valve is like $100. It's kind of one of those things I'm probably just gonna have to live with. And as for this water, the majority of it came from the bottom drain. So this is like the dirtiest water from the pond. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably just pump it on out of here because I don't necessarily want to put that back in the pond. Once the filtration is up and running, we're not gonna have to worry so much about this, but just right now, I think I'm just gonna pump that into the plants. And the pond will eventually replenish itself with water. As you can see right here, I have some water trickling in. If you are brand new to the channel, this hose is coming from my inline dechlorinator, which I have right here. I did a review on this a while back, maybe like a year ago, and I have this hooked up to my Rain Point automatic water timer. I have it on right now it's on for another 6 hours and 44 minutes. And I have this thing come on for like, I don't know, like 2 hours a day or something, unless I manually turn it on like I have right now. I set it for 8 hours and yeah. So this is going to be essentially kind of like doing a little water change. Also, I kind of want to pump the water out of this settlement tank because if this is working as I want it to work, all the larger debris should end up down at the bottom of here. So I'm going to go ahead and close these valves and yeah, I'm going to pump the water out of these 2 as well. In hindsight, I'm thinking the reason we have leaks in so many of these uniseals is probably because I've left them dry for too long. As you can see on my other trash can filters over here, I've never had leaks in these ones. I've never had leaks in these, and I think it's just because I've never had it be dry for like an extended period of time. So that's kind of my bad for taking so long with this. I'm pretty sure that's why we're getting leaks, but hopefully once I add the silicone and I have those up and running, hopefully we won't have that issue anymore. And actually, before I pump the water out of these, I'd like to feed my fish first. And I actually have some bad news. But you might notice there is no sign of my dojo loach. I haven't seen my dojo loach in probably about 2 months. I'm not sure what happened to him. I'm assuming he probably just passed away, or the other possibility is maybe an animal got him. You might remember that I did have some issues with raccoons where they were making holes in the net. Sometimes that dojo loach, when the water lilies were still up, he would kind of sleep near the top of the pond, sometimes in between those water lilies. Sometimes he would even kind of like go near this platform and kind of rest along the side of it. So it's possible that he did get eaten or he just, you know, passed away by natural causes. I did have him for about 5 years, and I think the life expectancy of like dojo loaches is, you know, closer to like 10 to 12 years, if I'm not mistaken. He definitely did not live to his full life expectancy. So, I mean, I'm pretty bummed out about that. He was definitely one of my favorite fish. If any of you guys are considering a dojo loach, they're super cool fish to have in a pond. Really nice fish. Oh yeah, and you can see over here the raccoons pretty much completely destroyed my intake bay. Pretty much that entire side wall is gone. At this stage of the game, I don't think I'm going to replace that because soon all these guys will be going into the big pond. So anyways, back over here, I'm just going to go ahead and hook up my sump pump to this hose, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in that settlement tank. The water is coming out surprisingly clear. All right, guys, I almost got all the water out. I emptied out my valve right here for the first trash can. I want to install these on all of the trash cans, but right now I only have it on this one. So I'm just pumping it out. And yeah, we're almost there, guys. These ones are pretty much completely empty. And this is exactly why I need that mechanical filtration up here at the front. Because as you can see, a bunch of the large debris like leaves and stuff came up from the bottom drain and made its way all the way to the pump. So actually two things I wanna do is I wanna have a 90-degree elbow on the 4-inch pipe going straight down so that it'll shoot down first before, my thinking is it might not make its way through this 4-inch pipe to the pump. And then I want to have one of these blue mats. I should have some already. I'm pretty sure I have some left over. Basically one of these pads, filtration pads, they're at the front of that tote, and hopefully that'll stop a lot of the debris from making its way through. And also I actually have, let me see if I could find it. I should have a one of these atrium type drainage things that I can put over that pipe. And yeah, good news, guys. I found that 4-inch elbow that I was talking about, as well as that atrium drain plug thing. Let's go ahead and put them on there. Oh, gotta do this first. All right, there we go. All right, I'm just gonna fit this over that 4-inch intake pipe. It's going straight down. Cool, perfect. And then this one does it fit? This one doesn't quite fit. I think I need to sand some of these ridges down a little bit, see if that helps at all. Although I'm not 100% sure, this might restrict the flow. This drain might restrict the flow to the pump, so I'm not 100% sure if I'll even be able to use this, but might as well give it a try. And then if it's a problem, I'll just remove it. All right, it kind of fits now. Let's see, we'll see if it comes out. But yeah, I pretty much drained everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and just close these back up, and I'll release these levers so water can flood the settlement tank and that, I don't know, the first stage of mechanical filtration. And yeah, let's see if that thing holds. But first, I do actually want to clean this thing off because all this algae and stuff that got stuck to the pump, I want to pull that off. And I should be able to just grab that. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the valves again. There we go. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this all up. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to wet this whole area down so the ground isn't so hard, because I think what I'm gonna do is tomorrow I'll come and I'll start digging a trench along here, because basically what I need to do next is I need a pipe to come from there into the ground and go along the back side of this wall. And then what I'm hoping to do is have a few pipes come over the wall into the pond. So that's the plan. I showed you guys at the beginning of this video, but I bought some 45-degree angle 3-inch pipes like this. So I'm hoping I can use these to kind of help line up that pipe that's coming from the last trash can with the pipe that's going to have to go in the ground. So it'll be that 3-inch pipe going into the ground, and then I'm hoping to have some 2-inch pipes coming over that wall into that pond, maybe like 3 of them. And until I can figure out a way to pretty much protect this valve right here, I'm going to have to just keep it closed, because I don't want it to get bumped into again and, you know, cause any more damage. So I'm gonna have to keep that one closed. I'm gonna go ahead and close these up now and clean up around here, and then yeah, take it from there. All right, guys, so I just soaked that area behind the pond, so I should be able to come out here tomorrow and dig a trench easier since the ground will be a bit softer. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day for today. I'm gonna come out tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna space these videos apart. Probably like maybe I'll upload one a week, because there's going to be some weeks where I'm not going to be able to work on the pond at all. So I might space these videos out like 1 week at a time. I'm not really sure yet. But anyways, guys, as usual, if you did like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. That would help me out so much. If you would like to see more of my videos in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll go ahead and put my handle right here, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Peace. My loach, I think like you'll probably see a lot of growth in him. Like check out my hand. That's my hand next to that loach. He's really put on some size.